Hi guys, and welcome back to Marie's Acrylic and Gel Nails on my Back to Basics series. We're now going to talk about sanitation. When you become a nail technician, you will be licensed to touch, massage and apply potential harmful chemicals to hands, feet and nails of the general public. So even if you're not qualified and you're doing this as a hobby, this still is you. You are still putting potentially harmful chemicals, massaging and using tools and to your friends and family. Whenever you work with the public, there is a danger of infection or injury to you, to your clients. This danger exists if your implements and work area are not properly sanitized or you do not use sanitizing chemicals properly. Because of infections, some of the diseases can be spread through the type of physical contact of the nail technicians having with clients. Now in Australia we don't have a lot of rules, so for you overseas, states have strict rules for sanitation procedures at manicure workstations. I will try to be giving you some advice on learning proper sanitation procedures to enable you to pass, I shouldn't say that, but to enable you to better your services and not pass on problems to other people. Proper sterilisation will help you to protect you against possible lawsuits from clients who have become injured or infected during your services. And even though you're working at home, you are still up for it. Now, I am going to say state regulation alert. You must obey the rules issued by your local health department or your state cosmetology regulatory agency. Be alert for changes in the rules and regulations in your area, and for your own safety and that of your clients, it is extremely important that you obey and obtain the sanitary rules and regulations. Now again, for the Australian girls, the Australian Fingernail Association does have a website. Go have a look at it. They have all the information on this that they would like to see nail technicians here in Australia follow. And for my Americans friends, I'm sure you can have a look up online and you can see, even though you might not be licensed, what the state requires of you. Your workstation, your implements must be sanitized. Must be sanitized, not sterilized to meet the state requirements. Sterilization means to make something germ-free by destroying all bacteria. Sanitizing means to make something clean and prevent germs from growing on it. Sanitized areas are not germ-free. Health departments and state cosmetology regulation agencies know it is possible to have a sterile area only if it is sealed off from everything like air and human contact. Sterilization is impractical in a salon, but you must sanitize your area and your equipment. The term sanitize, I hope you guys understand the difference between sterilization now and sanitize. There are two methods of sanitation. So you have your physical agents and your chemical agents. Okay, so your physical agents are things like ultraviolet rays, moist heat and dry heat. Your chemical agents, oops, I'm dropping things. I'll just Sorry, I'll just adjust this so you can all see better. Your chemical agents are antiseptics and disinfectants. So, let's get into this a little bit. Ultraviolet rays. Most bacteria are killed or weakened by exposure for more than 2 to 3 hours to a visible light rays in this method of sanitation. Salon schools put implements in electric sanitators that use ultraviolet rays to kill bacteria. Since ultraviolet radiation is harmful to eyes, you should shield your eyes from exposure. Moist heat. 2 moist heat methods of sanitation are used: boiling and steaming. Boiling destroys bacteria at 212 Fahrenheit or 100 degrees. Boiling points for water. This method is not practiced in salons because it is slow and can damage equipment and implements, especially plastic. To destroy bacteria by steaming, you will need a piece of equipment called an autoclave. An autoclave uses steam pressure to sanitize. This machine is not practical for all salons because it is expensive and inconvenient. Dry heat. Bacteria are killed by exposure to heat or baking. This method is used in hospitals. Okay? Please guys, if you have any questions, put them below and I will try to answer them as best as possible. So now let's talk about sanitisation with chemicals or agents. Chemicals are the most effective and easiest way to sanitise equipment. Antiseptic is usually a liquid that may kill or retard the growth of bacteria. Antiseptics are safe to use on clients' hands, feet and nails. They are not strong enough to sanitize your implements. Disinfectants are stronger than antiseptics. It cannot be used on skin, but is strong enough to sanitize implements. A flammageant is a kind of disinfectant. It is used with a dry or cabinet sterilizer. Some of the chemicals can be classified as either antiseptic or disinfectant depending on their strength. For example, quaternary compounds or quartz can be mixed in stronger solutions and can be considered a disinfectant. They can be mixed in a weaker solution with water and can be considered an anesthetic. Okay, equipment used in salons to sanitize. There are 3 types of equipment that are mostly used. The wet sanitizer, which is any glass receptacle, or we now have plastic ones that hold sanitizing liquid that you can immerse or completely cover implements that can be used as a wet sterilizer, sanitizer I should say. Wet sanitizers have a cover to prevent contamination of the disinfectant. When the implements are dry, they should be put into a cabinet, sterilizer or completely sanitized in a sealed box cabinet or a drawer until they are used again. Okay, so then we have your dry cabinet sterilizer, or a dry cabinet is an airtight cabinet which you place formaldehyde tablets which can produce an active formaldehyde. It is possible to buy formaldehyde gases, but the tablet is safer because they are pre-measured. Sanitized implements can be stored in a sanitized condition by keeping them in the cabinet until they're ready to use. I use a wet sanitizer, and I use the ultraviolet ray electrical sanitizer. This is a type of sanitizer unit, is used to keep implements clean and ready for use. Implements must be sanitized before they are placed into a UV sanitizer and follow the instructions. So basically I soak everything in my wet sanitizer, I let it dry, and then it goes into my ultraviolet ray. Now I'm not going to go into making up of different things and stuff like that, but I will say that the quarter ammonium compounds, or quartz, it's about, I'll write it on my board so you can all see what I'm talking about. Oops, I just stuffed up. Already done my Q. UATS is a broad range of chemical agents. Quartz are available under different trade names and chemical names. They are in a liquid form or tablet form. They are a part of a product you use as disinfectants, cleansers, sterilizations, and fungal for sanitization. The advantages of quartz is as a sanitation agent that they are odorless, colourless, non-toxic and stable. The disadvantage is they may not be effective in sanitizing agents against the HIV virus. Okay, so I actually use the quartz agents that I actually get from my distributor. But again, I'm not going to go into that too much as